Now, something that is important to consider is whether you like something because it's trendy, it's what's popular right now, or because you genuinely like it and connect with it, regardless if it's a trend or not. So, is it still meaningful to you? What do we say? I think that you and I both tend to kind of lean towards staying away from trends just
Hmm.
because that's what they are. They're a temporary trend that's probably going to change 6 months down the line, a year from now,
Yeah,
right? And then people
agree.
are going to be about a different look and feel. They affect everything. It can be typography, it can be photography, it can be the style of a logo, it can be textures. Is that
Yeah.
design going to be relevant, like, even a year from now? And we go through trends with, like, florals, with lettering,
Hmm.
handwritten fonts, script fonts were huge for a long time. Certain types of colors, people go through, like, the pastel phase, the neon phase, jewel tones, like,
Yeah.
brands
Yeah.
look different all the time, but I feel like it's very obvious sometimes to scroll through social media, and, I mean, as designers, we see what other designers are posting. It's beautiful work, right? But a lot of times I'm like, "It looks like everything else right now," just because it's rooted in that current trend. And if you like how something looks, regardless of if it's tied to the trend at the time or not, that's fine. If you genuinely connect with it, it's reflective of you and the direction you want to go. But don't base that entire design on a trend that is not necessarily going to be around forever. That being said, you and I both always say and recognize that our world is cyclical. So what is out of style right now becomes back in style also in the future. I feel like it's this every 10 to 20-year thing, which we'll kind of touch on here in a moment too. Do you pull from nostalgia sometimes? Do you pull from old trends? Do you pull from something that worked in the past that can be relevant again today? I think no matter what direction you go, just make sure that you are not doing it because someone else is doing it right now,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, if you put it this way, if everyone else is doing it and then you decide to do it too, how does that show off how unique your brand is if you are doing what everyone else is doing? If your logo looks just like everyone else's logos or the style of your designs, your social media graphics, or your website, if it looks just like what everyone else is doing, how does that differentiate your brand in the marketplace? So, that's it. You said that's my argument against doing the trendy things because, yes, it shows that you know what the trends are, and maybe to your audience, maybe if you're on trend, that means you are relevant and that's what your audience wants. But audiences aren't always that way. And rule number one in branding is differentiation and standing on what is the unique factors about you and or your brand. So that would be the question I would ask to anyone if you've thought about it and the pros and cons and you're like, yes, something about this trend really aligns with the brand. Okay, I can't argue with that. But if it doesn't, if you're just doing it because everyone else doing it and everyone else seems to really like it and it seems really popular, you're just going to blend in with everyone else too, in my opinion. So stepping off my soapbox.
Yeah.